Good morning, English 9. This is Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda. I realized that I haven't shown my face lately in these weekly updates, so I just thought I felt like I needed to say hello and for you to see my face and to know how happy I am that so many of you took advantage of catch-up week last week. And did a great job submitting work. And now we're actually starting our last unit of this semester, if you can even believe it. This session will be the first of 4 sessions, and we're going to be focusing on writing editorials. Okay, so before we get started, this is your landing page up here on the updates. I'm actually going to hide myself now because okay, I hid myself there because I was getting distracted with myself. Okay, so like always, this is our landing page for English 9. And what you would do, as always, is click on Materials, click on Editorial, and you can see our schedule for the entire unit. And I did want to point out, and I'll mention this again next week, but Session 2, right now we're working on Session 1, and that's due on the 17th. Session 2 is due on the 24th, which is before Thanksgiving break. Remember, we have the entire week off for Thanksgiving break, and Session 2 is due before you go on that break. Remember, this is the work that you can do Monday through Friday. I give you the weekend, and you can submit it on Sunday, but this is the work for the week before Thanksgiving, and it's due on the 24th. And then after that, I won't give you a session over the holidays. I will give you one when you come back to school. And so the remainder of the sessions have this schedule right here. So click on Unit 4, Best Guessing. And like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, we're going to start exploring the genre of editorials. In Session 2, we went into great detail about exploring the genre of personal essays, and you created your own personal essay in the I Believe essay. Well, this is another cornerstone genre study for for English 9 this semester. So you will be exploring the genre of editorials through a deep study of editorial pieces. You're going to be doing some guessing, predicting, making connections, drawing inferences. Does this sound familiar? It should, because these are all of the reading strategies that we used back in Unit 1. So they're coming back here as a reminder and to use them as we are reading and exploring the genre of editorials. Before we get started, you are going to take this pre-test. Remember, a pre-test is just to let me know what you do know and what you don't know, right? So spend only 20 minutes on these 4 questions. Answer them in complete sentences thoughtfully. If you want to do research, you can, but be sure everything is in your own words. And submit your responses here. And what do you know about editorials? Because before we start studying about editorials, first I want to know what you already know. Here you're going to review the idea of genre, and then you're going to be doing some brainstorming on the idea of genre of editorial. So editorial or opinion writing is probably not new to you. You've read editorials in local newspapers, watched them on local news. Well, in this lesson, you will call upon your prior knowledge of editorials, what you already know, to communicate your guesses about this genre by completing a Wordle brainstorm. To do so, follow these steps. These are actually really fun, and I'm sure you've seen them before if you haven't already created them. So what you'll do is you will click on Wordle, and it will bring you to that website. It's completely free. It's basically a word cloud. And you're going to create a brainstorm on using about 20 words or phrases on what an editorial, your best guesses about what an editorial includes. Okay? And after you create your Wordle with those 20 words or phrases, you're going to randomize if you like it. It's just click of a button. And what you'll do is you will hit print screen in the upper right hand corner, and then open up a document, a Word doc, and then paste that image onto a Word doc. And then you could do that by pressing Control V. So you will submit that Wordle on your brainstorming of what an editorial is. You'll post it right here and you'll upload it. So you're going to upload your Wordle in a file, like I just mentioned. And then for the discussion, you're going to write a brief description about your thought process while making the Wordle. Don't forget to comment on at least 2 classmates' responses. So the Wordle is worth 20 points, and your post, which is the description of your thought process and 2 responses, is another 20 points. So that's 40 points total. And then finally, our last assignment, again, about the genre of editorial. Again, your best guess gathering, because that's what we're doing in this session. We're doing a best guess gathering of what an editorial is. You are going to answer this question in a paragraph or 2 and submit it into the Dropbox. How did this session increase your understanding in the session's essential questions from the session plan? What did you like about this session and or dislike? So here are those essential questions that were in the session plan this week. Okay, so write a paragraph or 2 answering that question about the essential questions. And then you would submit it here in the Dropbox. And then that's it for the session. Next week, we're going to dive into editorials. We're going to be reading them. We're going to start writing them. And have a great week. If you have any questions, please let me know.